Hi everyone, it's Vanessa here. So it is currently 2:30 p.m. Friday, August 25th, and my phone interview for the Disney College program is scheduled for 3 o'clock. So my interviewer could call at 2:45 or they can go at 3:15. I'm trying really hard to just keep myself calm for the meantime and not freak out. So, unfortunately, I won't be filming my phone interview. I'll explain why later on, but I'm just letting you know that I'm getting ready for my interview. I'm gonna have it, and then I'm gonna let you know what happens after. So, wish me luck. Thanks. Hi everyone, it's Vanessa again. I'm sorry, there's a glare in my glasses. Blind people problems. Whatever. Anyways, so I just finished my phone interview and I am feeling a bunch of emotions right now. My heart is still like racing. I still have that adrenaline rush, like I'm literally sweating. I feel it. I don't feel like really like that went extremely well, but I don't think it went really bad based on my answers and based on her reactions. Like I answered everything she asked, and I gave her it felt like I gave her the answers she was looking for, but it's still, you know that feeling where you feel like something really went really, really well? I don't have that feeling, but I'm trying not to psych it out, so, yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna real quickly go over everything she asked me and went over. So, well, first I made a cheat sheet. It looks like this. It's one page. I wrote down all my notes, and I wrote the day and time of my scheduled interview, which was today, Friday, August 25th at 3 p.m. But she didn't call until 3:07, and it lasted 37 minutes, so it ended at 3:44, which I think is good because she said it was supposed to be like 20 minutes, but obviously we went over. And my interviewer was Lynn. She was very, very nice. I heard like the Disney tone in her voice, and she was very, very nice. I tried to match it, but at the same time I didn't want to sound fake, so yeah. I use my retail voice because I work in retail, so I hope it worked. Anyways, so basically in the beginning she confirmed if it was a good time to call, and she confirmed if I was like an international student, which I'm not, and she confirmed like if I'm applying for a spring and if there's no roles, spring advantage is okay, all that basic stuff. She went over the program. And then she asked about the Disney look, and I'm very receptive to that, obviously. And I told her about my tattoos, because I have one right here, and then I have one on my collarbone, and I told her I had them, and she was really, really happy with the fact that I gave her the dimensions, and I was very specific about where my tattoos were and where they are. I noticed in a lot of phone interview videos that people told their interviewers their measurements, but no one ever actually said to do that in like a tips video. So the fact that I did it and she really, really appreciated it, here's a tip: make sure you measure them so they have a good idea of how big or small your tattoos are. And I also told her about my nose piercing, which is good because I usually forget I have a piercing unless I'm looking in the mirror or I'm blowing my nose because I don't feel it. So yeah, those are really, really important. And then she confirmed I was in college, junior, my majors, and that's when she like really went into the questions. The first question she asked was, why do you want to work for Disney? But she didn't like come out and be like, why do you want to work for Disney? She really worked it in to my major. So she was like, I see your communications and journalism major. Tell me how will the program like professionally help you with that? So that was just another way she reworded it. And what I did on my cheat sheet, I like wrote why work for Disney, but then I divided it into two categories, personal and professional, and I wrote bullet points for the reasons why. And so I started with professional, obviously, And for me, it's a communication hub, and I know it's a path to communication journalism. And I told her how I did my research with the company, and I understand that there's a lot of careers for my major. And I told her how I wanted to start with the program because it would introduce me to a lot of higher up jobs. And I told her how communication obviously helped me because I used to be really shy and quiet, and communication is all about talking. So it really taught me how to talk to people and really think about the world and blah blah blah. And then I told her my personal reasons, which is like traveling, new experiences, and I really told her how I appreciate how it's a diverse atmosphere because I love those atmospheres and yada yada. Obviously, each person's reasons for why they want to work for Disney is different, but it really helps if you divide it into personal reasons and professional reasons so you don't forget anything and so you really think about why you want to do it. And then, I'm trying to think. And then she went over my job experiences, and on my application I filled up all 5 spaces, but I still had I had 1 extra volunteer experience and 2 extra jobs I couldn't fit in, so I just made sure I told her about them. I told her how I used to work at Little Caesars and how I currently have been hired for Aeropostale. And then I told her about an extra volunteer experience, which was a high school concession stand. And when I told her that, I worked it in to how I think a concession stand. I told her my responsibilities and the skills I learned from there, and then I told her how that fits into merchandise because that's my top role, and that's the first thing I told her is merchandise is my top role. And I know you have to work in a cart, so I told her how those are very similar to me. And then I told her I went over my skills and responsibilities that I had learned in food and retail, which are basically the same things. But I kind of blanked out at that part. I don't really know why. I mean, I don't really know why. Because my application, I wrote it all down. It was extensive, but for some reason I blanked out. But she still, appreciated it. And then, what did we do after that? Because all my work experiences are just food and retail. That's it. And I think after that, she was talking about the type of customers you get, and so she asked me to explain about a time I had a difficult customer, and I did. And after that, she made a note of how I had really flexible interest in a lot of roles. So she asked me more so about roles that, I don't know, let me see what she did. So my top roles are merchandise, housekeeping, and custodial. Don't ask why. But she asked about character attendant, character performer, because there were also semi-high roles. And then she also mentioned bell services, because that was a high role. And then for my moderate role, she asked about attractions and bus greeter and costuming. So yeah, she basically only asked about my high and moderate roles. She asked if I had my license, and then she talked to me about the roles that require a license, and attractions is one of them. And she asked me she described what you have to do, and she asked if I was comfortable with all of it. And I was comfortable with all of them except for the rides that have water. I haven't been to Disney since I was 14. I'm 20, so I really don't remember a lot of the rides with water. And I told her I don't feel comfortable around water by myself because, as embarrassing as it sounds, I don't know how to swim. So she was very, very happy with my honesty, and she appreciated that because she's like, your safety comes first. But yeah, she asked me questions about bus greeter and costuming. She then asked what roles am I qualified, and I told her it was merchandise, quick service food and beverage, custodial, and performance. And even though most of my work experience is in fast food, I wanted merchandise as my number one. So I told her I'd rather have merchandise if I could because I really want to grow and strengthen my skills in that role, if that was okay. So I kind of requested in a way merchandise over quick service food and beverage. I don't even know if I can have it anyways because I have a tattoo on my wrist, and I've heard you can't wear makeup and cover it and be in the food for safety reasons. So I don't know. And then she asked me what my top roles were, I told her. No, yeah, I told her customer merchandise was like my only top role. And I'm surprised she didn't ask me about housekeeping because I know that's a really requested role, but she never asked me about lifeguard. I think it's because I told her I don't know how to swim, so she's just like, I'm not gonna bother. And then yeah, and then she asked me for questions, and I gave her my questions. But the thing is, I had another detail I had to tell her. It was when my dance studio performed at Disney before, so I told her that, and she thought that was my question. So after I told her that, she started to end the interview. I'm like, wait, I have questions. I felt bad because I like interrupted her before she like ended it, and she felt bad. So I hope that doesn't affect anything. But I asked her about language proficiency tests and network opportunities, and then that was that. She's very nice. And to help me, I posted like index cards. I taped them to my wall with quote notes. And then to smile, to slow down, slow breath. I'm wearing my Hakuna Matata shirt. I was drinking water from my jasmine cup. And honestly, just take your time, drink water, and just calm yourself down. And hopefully you guys will be okay. And I wish you all lots of good luck. And hopefully, I don't know what to think, but I'm not going to think too much about it because I don't want to take myself out. But hopefully you guys will do great if you make it to the phone interview and you all pass it and you all get accepted. So yay, positive vibes, pixie dust, yay. So good luck everyone. Bye.